Real quick, I don't think there were any bad movies this year. Even the ones at the bottom of this list, I was just like, there wasn't anything awful. First up, we got Red Notice, kind of just generic Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot being themselves, running around. Yeah. Then we got Snake Eyes. Again, this man's not Snake Eyes. He gets the helmet at the end, but is he really Snake Eyes? That's a good question. And then we got Kong versus Godzilla. All the fights, all the kaiju fights, legendary. But all the stuff with the people, not so legendary. And then we got Fear Street 1994. It has some solid kills. Besides that, though, the characters, not super interesting. I didn't really feel the need to pick it back up and watch the other ones. Maybe that's on me. Then we got The Matrix. Again, it's just Matrix 1. It got like way too meta, where it was like hurting my head, giving me a migraine. And then it just turned into Matrix 1. And they're like, oh, look, Neo, the real world is the fake world, and the fake world's the real world. Yeah, I'm good. Then we got Escape Room 2, and the only room I wanted to escape was the theater. Am I right? No, this one actually wasn't that bad. Escape Room 2, some of the traps are interesting. Again, these characters, I don't know. And then we got Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I think that Eddie Brock and Venom are the stars of this movie. Well, obviously it's called Venom, but they are the best part of this movie. They are fantastic. Everything with Carnage, though, and his, side romance, his side piece, not so interesting. And then we got Don't Breathe 2. I saw that some people wanted to, say that this one makes this awful person a good guy, and I don't really see that. I think that they make it a point to show that he's not a good person, and everyone knows that. Solid movie. Black Widow. It's funny to me how Black Widow, who's the main character, wasn't the standout of her own movie, and how Florence and David Harbour, they were the real stars. I thought they were fantastic. Besides that, though, the villain, a little boring. Not really any stakes, but that's old news. Speaking of old news, and then we got old. Nothing to really say about this. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't that good either. And then we got Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills, again, the kills here are pretty good. I love Michael Myers. Michael Myers is the best part of this movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's good, but she's not in it a lot. A lot of these other characters are really dumb. Really, it hurts my head how dumb they are. And then we got Eternals. A little long, first of all, but again, I thought this one was fine. I thought Richard Madden did a good job. All the actors, for the most part, did a good job, but the story not super engaging, a little long. It's not the worst Marvel movie, though. Let's all just calm down, all right? Everyone relax. Then we got Cruella. I thought Emma Stone was great. But again, same thing as Snake Eyes. This isn't Cruella. If she's not going to kill the dogs at the end, there's no reason for her to ever kill the dogs. Doesn't make any sense. And then we got Conjuring 3. Conjuring 3, I thought that it was solid, There wasn't a lot of great stuff in there, but there wasn't a lot of bad stuff either. Very middle of the road kind of movie. And then we got Space Jam, and look, I know this might be a hot take. Space Jam's not that bad, guys. I mean, it's bad, but it's supposed to be bad, Did you guys see the first one? Okay? This is just how Space Jam is. And then we got Vivo, also known as the Lin-Manuel Miranda Show. He's singing, he's talking, he's banging his own drum. There's a song about that. Michael Rooker was a snake, though, and that was sick. So, yeah. Then we got Candyman. I think that Candyman, some people say it might have been too political. I thought it was fine. I think that some of the kills were great. I would have loved to see more of my boy, Tony Todd. But I thought Yahya did a really good job, as always. I thought the music was great. The directing was great. But just some of the story bits didn't land as hard as they could have. And then we got, this one's a hot take, okay? And then we got Dune. Look, I think that parts of Dune were fantastic. Parts of Dune were movie of the year. But I also think that parts of Dune were a little slow, and I think that it might be better with part 2. But for now, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, okay? But it's just, I don't know. I don't get the hype. Then we got Stillwater. We got a really good performance from Matt Damon. Again, the story's kind of long and it is kind of slow, but we get a really good Matt Damon performance. And then we got The Kingsman, which is a fun movie. It's a Kingsman movie, right? You get some awesome action scenes. You got some British dudes. And then you got some more story beats that, again, don't make sense. And then we got Don't Look Up. I thought this one was pretty solid. I think that, again, commentary can get a little heavy-handed sometimes. Jennifer Lawrence, though, she was great. Leonardo, though, great. Some of the jokes hit, some of them didn't, but I mean, what do you expect? Then we got House of Gucci. I thought Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, they did fantastic. Even Jared Leto did good. I saw some people hating on Jared Leto. Jared Leto's not bad in this movie. I personally enjoyed him. Not a lot of bad in this movie, but it's just not as good as all the other ones in my opinion. Then we got Ghostbusters. I thought Ghostbusters was a really solid re-entry into the franchise. McKenna Grace is great. Paul Rudd, he's pretty good. He's not in a whole lot. The fan service I thought was done in a good enough way. It's not over the top, but they still give you some good stuff that you want. Power of the Dog was good. It was slow at times, but I love Jesse Plemons. Love me some Benedict Cumberbatch. Good cinematography. Good stuff. Don't eat cows. It's not good for you. I don't eat nasty, sick cows. That's the point of this movie. Then we got The French Dispatch. This one might not be for everyone. I personally really liked it. I think Wes Anderson's humor hit super well here. The whole anthology thing. Again, it might not work for everyone. I enjoyed it. And then we got Luca, Silenzio Bruno. And then we got Shang-Chi. The CGI at the end might be a little too much, but I thought Simu Liu was great. I thought Awkwafina, she was some good comic relief without being over the top. Yes, her role in the end fight doesn't make sense, but we also get one of the best Marvel villains that we've gotten in who knows how long. And then we got Encanto. And to that, I say, Silenzio Bruno. And then we got In the Heights. Again, I'm a big fan of the musical. I think the musical is better. They took out Sunrise. I will never forgive you for that. But besides that, I thought the movie was good. I thought the direction was great. John Cho, I think that's his name. He did a great job with all the cinematography and the framing of the shots. I thought the choreography was amazing. Anthony Ramos, you got all these guys. It's a good stuff. And then we got the Snyder Cut. The first Justice League's not good per se, but I thought this one did a lot better. I love how it fleshed out Cyborg Gorn. It made Steppenwolf better. There's a lot of like here. And then we got Free Guy. This is just Matrix, but better and funny, and Ryan Reynolds. I like Ryan Reynolds. And then we got A Quiet Place 2, also known as The Last of Us. Good stuff. Then we got The Harder They Fall. I really enjoyed The Harder They Fall. It's a good old-fashioned Western. Feels very Tarantino-esque, but I thought Jonathan Majors did great. I love me some Lakeith, Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz. What's not to love about this movie? Then we got The Suicide Squad. I think that while The Suicide Squad, I might have a few gripes with it, I think that the highs of Suicide Squad are fantastic. I thought the music was amazing. James Gunn, his humor was on point here. His directing was on point here. The whole cast is great. I loved it all. Then we got Nightmare Alley, and Bradley Cooper put up one of, if not the best performance of the year. Again, I thought the cinematography was great. I think the evolution of this one character going throughout his life, seeking his aspirations, seeking to pursue his goals, I thought that was really interesting. Of all the movies, one of the best endings to a movie I've seen, again, in forever. Then we got The Last Duel, and it really sucks that this one didn't do as good at the box office as people would have hoped, but I thought The Last Duel was really engaging. I thought all the performances, Jodie Comer she gives the best performance by an actress this year. I think the action scenes were brutal. That last duel was great. The cinematography, everything in this movie, I loved. It's long, yes, but I think it was paced out pretty well. Then we got King Richard. Again, Big Willie, I'm a huge fan. I thought all the sports stuff in this was fantastic. The two girls that played Serena and Venus, I thought they were fantastic. I thought this was a great role for Jon Bernthal, and I'm really happy that he got to play a character who wasn't just like a jerk. I'm happy for him. This movie, very solid. And then my number 3 movie of the year, we got Spider-Man. Spider-Man is fantastic. The whole ending of the movie, that is legendary. That is something that we're not going to forget probably ever. Really good movie. I thought Tom Holland was great. Everyone was great. John Watts, I like you. And then we got Tick, Tick, Boom. Andrew Garfield killed it this year. I thought Andrew Garfield was phenomenal in this movie. I thought everything was phenomenal. For Lin-Manuel Miranda's directorial debut, this was fantastic. It is so hard to tell that it was his first time directing because some of the shots are just put together so well. The songs are great. I love going back and forth, the way that certain scenes are framed. Just an awesome movie. And then in first place, we got Last Night in Soho. I might be biased. I'm a big Anya Taylor-Joy fan. I'm a big Edgar Wright fan. And Thomasin McKenzie, she's great. I thought the lighting, the cinematography in this was amazing. I thought the story was really interesting. I love just how things are shot. There's so many interesting effects here that are all done in camera, and it is amazing. Edgar Wright, one of my favorite directors. I thought this movie was fantastic. Those are all the movies I've seen this year, and I'm tired. Yeah.